What's up, Raider Nation? 3-600, 100 Victor here. And I'm telling you right now, this offseason just took a turn nobody was ready for, because one of the biggest faces of this franchise may be on his way out, while a familiar leader from the past could be making a shocking return. Let's start with the bombshell. One of the most trusted NFL insiders just dropped a report saying that the heart and soul of the Raiders' defense is officially done with this rebuild. We're talking about the guy who sets the tone every Sunday, the emotional leader, the relentless pass rusher who's averaged around 10-plus sacks a season, plays through injuries, and represents everything Raider football is about. According to league sources, he told ownership straight up he's not going through another reset. And after being shut down late in the season when he wanted to fight for this team, that may have been the breaking point. Now here's the crazy part. Insiders believe the Raiders could get a massive trade haul for this defensive superstar, possibly even more than what elite edge rushers have brought in around the league. We're talking franchise-changing draft capital. But while that chapter may be closing, another legendary storyline might be opening. There's growing buzz that a former Raiders franchise quarterback, a guy who led this team for nearly a decade, knows the organization inside and out, and still has a strong bond with the fan base, could be coming back in a completely unexpected role. Not as the long-term starter, but as a mentor for the incoming rookie quarterback, maybe even as part of the new coaching staff under Clint Kubiak, the same coach he once thrived with. Think about that for a second, Raider Nation. A defensive icon possibly on the move, a rookie QB era officially beginning, and a familiar leader from the past helping guide the future. This isn't just an offseason. This is a full franchise transformation. Today we're breaking down why this defensive superstar situation feels more serious than ever, what the Raiders could realistically get in return, and why bringing back a former franchise QB could be the smartest move of the rebuild. But before we jump into it, show some love to the nation. Smash that like button if you're a real Raiders fan, and only subscribe to Raiders Nation Update if you truly ride with the silver and black. Help us hit 500 subscribers. All right, Raider Nation, let's talk about the moves that could change everything. Raider Nation, this one hurts, but we need to talk about it like real fans. This might be the biggest news of the entire offseason. One of the most trusted insiders in the NFL just said something I never thought we'd hear. According to Jay Glazer, Maxx Crosby is done with the Raiders. Yeah, done. Not frustrated. Not annoyed. 509-800. Real 800 done. Today we're breaking down what really happened, why Crosby reportedly wants out of Las Vegas, what this means for the future of this team, and how massive this situation really is. Let's talk about it. Jay Glazer drops the bomb. During Super Bowl week, Fox insider Jay Glazer went on Yahoo Sports Daily and straight up said, when asked if Maxx Crosby's time with the Raiders is over, Glazer answered, "I do." And then he added something even bigger. Crosby has made it clear to owner Mark Davis that he is not willing to go through another rebuild. He doesn't want to waste his prime years on a team starting over again. And honestly, Raider Nation, can you blame him? The moment everything broke. Now let's rewind to what started all this. With 2 games left in the season, the Raiders put Maxx Crosby on injured reserve. Not because he couldn't play, but because the team wanted to shut him down. And many people around the league believe it was to help secure the #1 overall pick. Crosby was furious. Reports said he was livid, stormed out of the facility, let everyone know he wasn't happy. Because Maxx Crosby is built differently. This man plays through pain, through injuries, through losing seasons. Football is his life, and the Raiders took that away from him. That was the breaking point. Why his trade value is massive. Here's the crazy part. Jay Glazer believes Crosby will bring back more in a trade than what the Cowboys got. That tells you everything. Crosby is under contract through 2029, making about $29 million per year, only $5.1 million, which means the Raiders can move him, and teams will line up to pay a king's ransom. We're talking multiple first-round picks, possibly the biggest defensive trade in NFL history. From the Raiders' side, why this may happen. Emotionally, trading Maxx Crosby feels wrong, but from a rebuild perspective, it actually makes sense. The Raiders are starting fresh with rookie QB Fernando Mendoza, new head coach Clint Kubiak, a roster that still needs major work. Crosby is in his prime. If he doesn't want to wait, the Raiders may choose to cash in now and build the future. This is exactly what rebuilding teams do. Payne now, 55-03-31-450, Waldoro 3-32-450. Hope later. From a fan side, this one hurts. Let me be real with you, Raider Nation. Maxx Crosby is the Raiders. He plays like a Raider, talks like a Raider, bleeds silver and black. This dude gave everything to this franchise when they were at their worst. Losing him would feel like losing the soul. But the NFL is a business, and rebuilds are brutal. What happens next? If Glazer is right, and he usually is, then trade talks are coming fast. And the Raiders hold all the leverage. Long contract, $69,004, $13,850, $004, $14,950, low dead cap, elite player. This could reshape the entire franchise. Now, Raider Nation, I need your honest opinion. Should the Raiders trade Maxx Crosby and start the rebuild fully? Or should they fight to keep him no matter what? What would you need in return to feel okay about it? Drop your takes in the comments. Let's talk real Raider football. Raider Nation, this one is going to hit right in the feelings, because a name from the past is suddenly being connected to the future of the silver and black. What if I told you a familiar face might be coming back to Las Vegas? A quarterback who carried this franchise for nearly a decade. A guy who lived through the rebuilds, the chaos, the coaching changes. A name every Raider fan knows by heart. Yeah, there is now real talk about Derek Carr possibly returning to the Raiders. Not fantasy, not nostalgia, real connections. Today we're breaking down why this is suddenly on the table, how Klint Kubiak plays a huge role in this, and what it could mean for Fernando Mendoza and the future of this franchise. But before we jump in, smash that like button if you remember the Carr era in silver and black. Hit subscribe if you ride with Raiders Nation Update. And help us hit 1,500 subscribers, only real Raider fans allowed. Let's get into it. Why Derek Carr is being linked to the Raiders again. So with the Raiders officially moving toward hiring Klint Kubiak as their new head coach, something interesting popped up. Kubiak was Derek Carr's offensive coordinator with the Saints back in 2024. And Carr has been very vocal about supporting Kubiak as a head coach. He loved playing in that system. He trusted Kubiak. And by all reports, the relationship was strong. And now that Kubiak is coming to Vegas, people around the league are starting to wonder, could a reunion happen? Option number 1, Carr returns as backup and mentor. Let's talk football logic. Derek Carr retired last year, but he'll only be 35 years old in March. If he feels healthy, and that's a big if, there's a real chance he could consider coming back, especially for a coach he trusts, a franchise he still loves, a chance to mentor a rookie QB. And Raider Nation, let's be honest, there might not be a better mentor for Fernando Mendoza than Derek Carr. Carr started young, went through losing seasons, handled pressure, led locker rooms. From a personality standpoint alone, those two feel like a perfect match. Carr could help Mendoza with reading defenses, handling NFL pressure. Being a professional QB, that kind of mentorship is priceless. Option number 2, Carr joins the coaching staff. Now here's the really interesting twist. Some media members have floated the idea that if Carr doesn't want to play again, he could join Kubiak's staff in an entry-level coaching role. Think about that. A former franchise QB helping develop the next franchise QB. Breaking down film, helping with game prep, sharing real NFL experience. That's how great organizations build quarterbacks. And Carr has always been known as a smart, detail-oriented football mind. Why this isn't as crazy as it sounds. Here's the key thing people forget. Derek Carr has said multiple times he loves Las Vegas. He holds no bitterness about being released. He still respects the Raiders organization. There's no bad blood. And in the NFL, that matters. Reunions happen all the time when relationships are good. The reality check. Now let's keep expectations realistic. Carr is not coming back to be the starter. This is Fernando Mendoza's team moving forward. This would be about mentorship, stability, experience, supporting the rebuild. And honestly, Raider Nation, that's exactly what this young QB needs. My take as a fan. Personally, I actually love the idea. Whether it's as a backup quarterback or a young coach, Derek Carr being around this organization again could only help. He knows what it means to be a Raider. He understands pressure. He survived chaos. That knowledge is huge for a rookie QB walking into a rebuild. Now, Raider Nation, I want to hear from you. Would you like to see Derek Carr return in any role? As a backup QB? As a coach? Or should the Raiders fully move on from the past? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about it. And don't forget, like the video. Subscribe to Raiders Nation Update. Help us reach 1,500 subscribers. Because the future is being built right now. This is Victor. Just win, baby.